contest between conferences, Oracle or... Look at Cleveland's starting group. On a pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Shot clock at 6. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his pure point guard.
You know, he does have in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Well, get the pass to Kirk. Lets the 3 fly. No luck. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And Irving with the basket on the assist by James. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
It's tipped, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Now here's Barnes. The drive by...
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Took him no time at all on that one.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
James against Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. LeBron drives in. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Curry. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
The three-pointer, no good. It's deflected. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. And LeBron throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And you know, it's just night and day, Kevin. When the Cavs began... relax and click. I mean, in the first 39 games, and then 34 and 9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Love outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. On its way from Curry for 2, and it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green with the block, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and then for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James. Nice shot by Smith.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The Cavaliers leading by 4.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Curry, wide open, sinks the triple. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Irving for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Right side Curry. At the top of the key, Spates. The drive by Iguodala. Puts it up from 15. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Irving with a clean look. Offensive rebound. And Fry kicks to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Thompson. 9 points for Steph Curry.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. No good. AT that time from Curry. Here's the 3. And Irving pulls it down. Cavaliers leading. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Six on the shot clock. For 3. No luck. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Azili in at center. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Here's Dellavedova. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Azili inside. Mozgov covering. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Fry was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa. He's perfect from the line this time.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Thompson. Here's James. Plenty of space. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile. Offensively, he can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it, and easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Livingston.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's Muzz.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly. Because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Azila. Klay Thompson comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Irving misses. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
And it's Green with the jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Now, here is Smith. Dishes to Irving. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Smith kicks to Shumpert. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Shumpert's got 4 points this quarter.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Now here's Shumpert after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Shumpert kicks to Smith. And here we go with Barbosa. Heading to the hoop. Curry dishes to Iguodala. That's good. Iguodala's got his second basket.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing.